I can only imagine what must have been going on in the minds of those who were coming together to form our sacred community. All around them, the world was in darkness.
Temple Emanuel was founded in 1935, and it was a time of double severe darkness. It was Adolf Hitler, who was in Germany, and it was the Great Depression. And in the face of that kind of double darkness, Temple Emanuel was a source of light.
It was 1946, and we had just moved into my new home on Avondale Road. And one of the first things I did was to walk right up the hill and enroll in Temple Emanuel. I knew we were going to be there for a long, long time, with my kids going to Sunday school and my kids being my mitzvah.
Our children, their children, just a sense that we belong to not just our family heritage, but the Jewish people. And I feel an obligation to pass that on.
Temple Emanuel is a great source of light for me. For more than 30 years, I lived down the street. And if I looked out my living room window, I could look up the street and I saw Temple Emanuel. And even in the middle of the night when my lights were off, Temple Emanuel had their night lights on, and it was very warm and welcoming.
It's a Monday night. It's the middle of January. It's the middle of February. It's cold and dark and bleak. There's ice all over the place. Who's coming to Temple Emanuel tonight? And you walk in, you open the door, and there, again, light and people and joy, and there's dancing, and there's classes, and there's singing, and there's choirs, and there's rehearsals, and there's minyan, and there's energy, energy, energy.
I love the people. And Morning Minyan is an unbelievable community.
Temple Emanuel was my mom's second home. And on her 5th yahrzeit, let me share with you 2 of the many things that she taught me. One is, never say why me. Why not me?
I joined the Morning Minyan when I was saying Kaddish for my father. I attended for 11 months every single day, and there are many regulars at the Minyan, and they embraced me. They taught me the prayers, they taught me the songs, they taught me where to stand and how to hold the Torah, and by the end of 11 months, I felt like they were family.
Temple Emanuel is really warm, welcoming environment where people can go not just for Jewish holidays, but after following a loss, going to the morning minyan and saying Shiva, and then having breakfast and being part of the community. I think it's sort of an extended family for the people who are a part of the congregation. That's important in today's world. There aren't many places you can go to get that same feeling.
We stay because you come early in the morning and you meet people and you make a family out of them.
There were 600,000 Jewish people who stood at Mount Sinai, and therefore the rabbi recalled that each Jew almost one letter of the Torah.
Going to shul there with Rabbi Scheel in their early years and Rabbi Garden Schwartz, both brilliant spiritual men who gave unbelievable sermons. And it really changed our life and gave us a sense of Yiddishkeit and spirituality.
The Shabbat service that we do typically on Friday mornings, it's a wonderful way for us, the clergy, to be involved with the little ones. The smiles, the enthusiasm. Every Friday, that's the best way of starting the weekend. when we sing, when we are praying together, it creates something among ourselves, that we are together in this. We are not alone. It's a way of bringing people together. It's a way of bringing congregants together.
Music has the power to crack our hearts open in a way that words can't. And for young adults who come here for Shabbat Alive, I see it.
Here at Temple Emanuel, you have the Shabbat Alive service with all these instruments and all this singing and all this music, and very exuberant and very joyous.
Temple Emanuel really deepens my connection to Judaism.
It's wonderful to know that we can come to a Temple Emanuel and kick off Shabbat in a way that feels Jewish and meaningful.
To all of you who have participated in big ways and small, who have brought your soul and your spirit here, you make Shabbat alive.
The fact that one can find spirituality in a different service all over Temple Emanuel is a real plus. You can get it all at Temple Emanuel.
Shabbat here at Temple Emanuel is so beautiful. It's so full of joy. We celebrate people's simchas. We also acknowledge people's sorrows in hard times. And again, we come together as a community.
On top of our building, it says, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, worship God in joy. And when we come together as a community and see the best in each other, that is when we're able to bring true joy.
Ledor Vador is a beautiful text which talks about generation to generation in a way of connecting the generations through Judaism and keeping it alive from one to the other.
Before I had kids, I could imagine my kids and grandchildren, davening with me. And now I have my grandchildren here. It's just an incredible experience.
The celebration of Bar Mitzvah Ledor Vador, every family in that moment cannot be happier.
Having my bat mitzvah at Temple Emanuel, I can't imagine having my bat mitzvah anywhere else. It was like having hundreds of my family members with me, and they're not all related to me, but I grew up here. It's really, you feel like this is your second family.
I think the temple has played a unique role in my Jewish identity. I went to preschool here and then a religious school, and I was mitzvahed here as well. So I've really been around the temple my whole life.
Every human has a need to believe that they're part of a larger story. And the larger story is Ledor Vador. I inherited something from my parents. I inherited something from my grandparents. And I have transmitted it intact and in love to my children and to my grandchildren.
We were not yet members of any temple at the time, although we were looking, and we were very fortunate, I think, to find a place where we could get both a synagogue community and a preschool community.
The way Judaism is carried through the preschool is that from the time Ben was 1.5 or 2 years old, the time he could speak, he was saying the blessings and would play his guitar and sing O Yevo Shalom Aleinu, because that's what Elias does.
That is our goal with Jewish education, to inspire our children to want to lead Jewish lives. And that's why this education at Temple Emanuel matters so much, because it inspires our kids to say yes to Yiddishkeit.
I've seen what goes on in the Hebrew school. The Jewish learning, the kids are really learning interesting things. They're very excited, they're very engaged.
My husband and I honestly weren't sure. What does Jewish life look like now for our children? We wanted it to be a place where they would be able to find their own connection to Judaism and understand what that meant for them. So here at the Temple Emanuel Hebrew School, they've been able to do that.
Hanukkah celebration, my perception, my feeling was just joy, sheer joy. Our whole community is gathered. Kids are running around, singing, celebrating, laughing, covered in cookie frosting and blue and white, and just having the time of their lives. It was total delight.
Old shall dream dreams, and the youth shall see visions. And in every generation, we need the dreams of those who have set them out. And we need the reinvigoration of the next generation, of the youth who shall see the visions.
The best way, I think, to judge a society is by how the society treats people that are on the margins. You know, whether you're single, whether you're widowed, whether you are special needs, whether you are a Jew by choice.
Shabbat Shalom. When the time came, to convert, I had been living Jewishly for, 30 years just about. So this was something that I had just been, to use Rabbi Gardner-Schwartz's words, I had been marinating in it for a while on my own.
It was very beautiful, and Temple Emanuel helped us a lot along the way.
So now I can proudly say, I'm Jewish.
What's becoming harder now is that Emanuel has so many different things that you can't possibly do all of them.
There's a ton of brotherhood activities, there's a ton of sisterhood activities, and combined brotherhood and sisterhood activities.
Sisterhood's role at Temple Emanuel is building community, and they'll be there for you in good times and in challenging times. Giving Mishmanot is one of the 4 mitzvot of Purim, and so it brings a sense of community and happiness to the temple.
Sundays at Temple Emanuel can be very, very busy. My job on Sunday is to be about 10 places at once.
Here at Temple Emanuel, I see that the temple is growing and is strong and is finding new ways, unique ways to reach out to more and more of the Jewish community.
The role of brotherhood is to be an inviting and welcoming place for the men of Temple Emanuel.
In conjunction with the religious school, we pack and deliver all the yellow candles to every single family at our shul with the objective of keeping the Shoah alive.
We are blessed to be in an era where Israel exists for generations, for many generations. The concept of having a nation of Jewish people was just something that you would pray in the book.
We always send a learning trip to Hartman. We also have done 2 incredible missions, service missions. Since October 7th, we felt a deep need to show up and be there in person for the people of Israel.
There's nothing like being in Israel, to be connected to Israel. And I'll be honest, it doesn't just connect us to Israel, it connects us to Temple Emanuel. Because if you've traveled with over 200 different people to Israel with a group, with your rabbi from Temple Emanuel, you feel a special connection because they have deeper community ties as a result.
Temple Emanuel is a tremendous source of light. In times when I have been going through personal darkness, this is where I found the light.
Temple Emanuel is more of a source of light now than ever because the world is just uniquely challenged. And here at 385 Ward Street, there is a counterworld of light and goodness and kindness and decency
90 years for any institution is a big milestone, but to be 90 and to still be innovating, growing, dynamic, energetic, that's pretty cool.
I would say that Temple Emanuel has, in large part, become the center of our lives.
We're excited to see what the next 90 years has in store for Temple Emanuel.
And may you celebrate many more happy decades together.
It feels like Temple Emanuel has this incredible ability to be a generational community, a space where people have been building traditions for 90 years, and yet an incredibly progressive community when it comes to a value of inclusion and acceptance and love.
Temple Emanuel has been historically a source of light, and we are just continuing to grow that beautiful light with every passing day. It's like a menorah. You start off and the Shamash lights one light. That is what our founders did. They lit the first light. And every generation here at Temple Emanuel, we are lighting another candle until our menorah is fully aflame.